Shooby-dee-bop. Scooby-dee-bee-bop-biddy-boop. We're back. Don't know what happened there. My internet on my desktop just died. What was the last thing that happened? Okay, welcome to Duke. Walking up to Duke. Do. Okay, sorry about that. Don't know why that happened. I'm not having a great day of streaming today. I have my tech issues galore. Essentially, I walked to Duke. He's like, Duke, what are you doing here? And then he went, oh, where there's coin to be made. Anyway, your daughter's still here, right? And then Nina's like, yeah. And then he was like, you might be in our personal chambers. You never know. You might get lucky. To which I went. And that's pretty much all that's happened. Anyway, we can do this now. I can't use that here. Oh, I assumed because it was a round object, it would be fine.
Seeking something in particular?
So, I think... Yeah, you can sell these. Sick.
I'm skilled at all sorts of weapons modifications, and will do them for a small fee.
Small? It costs 6,000 bucks. What I'm gonna do? It's not that much, is it? That's like, see, that's a huge upgrade. That's a very small upgrade. I also don't like his moaning. It's very weird. You know what? It probably is worth it.
One moment, please. Good day, then.
You know, I figure... in the long run, that will probably net me more damage. Okay, I see. We have a little loop there if we need it. The lack of music is really doing it for me. It's very good at building up that bit of tension. Very white fire. Lovely bit of tea here. Oh, it wasn't tea at all. It was blood. From a teapot because they're fancy, I guess. Yeah, like there's absolutely nothing. Dead silent. Dead silent? And that's where I started. Yeah, Ori7 had like bayou noises. And like dripping and mold and shit. Oh, thank you, Stream Elements, for telling people that I am live. In case they were not aware. Well, that's where I put the eye. Random voice effect. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we got this one. There you go. Hello. This one's called Student Hall. So I guess this is like when, you know, you have to do some big kind of, they'll get you, the teachers all get you into the gym and they have like a shitty speaker going to tell you about something or other. Or you're in a corridor, yeah. Attention students, can Chemical please report to the principal's office immediately? Thank you. Yeah, no, I blatantly stole... Oh, wine room. I blatantly stole this from Corey Flackblag because this does seem like a really good idea for funny things you can do with channel points. Let's see, do I make... The winemaking techniques of Castle Blah can be traced back to as far as the 15th century, long before the current occupants of the castle. Alcina Dimitrescu, used this legendary yet peculiar technique to enrich the wine's flavor, intensity, and bestow it with a thick bouquet. Her best vintage is Sangus Virginis, meaning maiden's blood. It is kept in a special ornate bottle decorated with intricate silver flowers. Up next on the court, it's Bugs Bunny. Sorry. I'm having fun. What the fuck is this? I got the fancy wine. We'll go there. The windows. I can't break the fancy wine. The wine is stronger than my knife. So like I usually don't have monitoring on, but when I have the voice mod on, I do. And it's very confusing for me. Bug lady. Oh jeez.
I haven't cut open a man in a while. Let me string you up, slice your jugular, and just watch. Taken alive, dead, which would you prefer? You will look
I'm not
wonderful
sure.
mounted in our hall.
What am I doing? Oh, I see. How you doing, Siobhan? Let me turn this off now. I'm done with this. Boop. How you doing, Siobhan? As you can see, we've gone through it all the start of the game, and we're now in the old Castle Reno. June 9th, 1958. It was my first day working at the castle today. I was most shocked to see the other staff were all women. The mistress and her daughters were very adamant that they wouldn't bite. It was quite peculiar. Exactly. Maybe you're on time. June 23rd, 1958. It's been 2 weeks since I started working at the castle and I'm a little afraid. Another maid, Adela, made a mistake and Miss Daniela slashed her face with a knife. And at night, I can hear wailing as if ghosts roam the halls. I want to go home. June 8th, 1958. I don't know what to do. The young ladies are complaining it was too hot and stuffy during dinner, so I opened the window just a crack. Shut it now, they all shrieked at me in unison. I fear I may be taken down into the cellar, never be heard of again. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Tight. Yeah, do you want me to summarize like the start of the game that you've missed, or are you good? Okay, let me have a drink before I do that, just so my throat isn't killing me. You know, so game opens. You're eating Winters. Well, the game opens with Mia reading a storybook to their baby daughter Rose. And it's all like, you know, kind of creepy, but it's a local tale in Romania or wherever they are. And Mia now looks like a anime mom that's destined to die. You know, like the Elric's mother. She has that haircut. So then you put Mia to bed, and then you put Rose to bed, and then you and Mia are just having a glass of wine. You're about to have dinner. There is a true ending to Ori 7, yeah. The Mia ending, I guess. And then Mia gets shot the fuck up by Chris's men and Chris Redfield. And then Chris is like, take him about eating, and then he takes your child as well. So she does die, as was indicated by your haircut. So then Chris goes off somewhere with your daughter, and then it cuts to you, waking up in like the snow somewhere in like a random, place. Because like someone's attacked the transport that was taking you to somewhere that you don't know where, and the soldiers that were with you were also dead. And then you stumble through bush and brush and find like a shitty village full of werewolves or lichens or whatever the fuck, and then you run around and you have a moment where you're scripted to lose, even though it's not clear, so you end up wasting ammo. Yeah, and then you do some stuff. You meet some of the townsfolk, and they're all clearly like, they're devout. It's like culty or some weird religion sort of thing to Lady Miranda. They all die. You try saving one girl, she dies. Then you try making it out to the castle, and a guy that looks and sounds like Nicolas Cage, but is called Heisenberg and has magnetic powers and teleportation, is like, nah, and kidnaps you. And then him and Lady Dimitrescu argue about who gets you, and Lady Miranda's like, Heisenberg gets him, and then he just tosses you into like a corridor that you run down for a while, and it's like, you escaped. And now you're here. Oh, then when you're in the castle, the bug girls find you and they like string you up, and Lady Dimitrescu sucks your wrist, and it's like, yeah, your blood's a bit shit, but whatever. And then they string you up and go away, and now we're here. There she is. I'll be real. I actually did not know what that noise was from until I was looking up at the soundboard. I just kept hearing it on TikTok, which I feel says a lot. I assumed that I didn't see the video, but I assumed that she would just, you know, kill you. Like, in high heels, yeah, the heel would surely just go through you. How do I get that? Oh, that worked. Another money item. Pierce steel. That makes sense. She is like super strong. Like, it's not only that she's a giant. She's also, you know, super strong vampire lady or whatever. Ooh. Or these little 3D. That's very cool. Oh, hello. Trust in light. Can I grab this, or do I have to like manually swing it? There you go. Yeah, like if she's nice and lets me, you know. But like if I go like, listen, I'm okay with you killing me, just like, you know, let me have my fun before you do. You know? Covered in dried blood. Yeah, exactly. Booba. Not to be too horned up on stream, but like, you know, in the words of Johnny Bravo.
Oh, baby, she is so fine.
You know? Am I gonna get locked in here? Like, Lady D, she'll just be like, hey, go in here. And I'd be like, alright, cool. Candidates. Irina, Mihaela, Lois, Ingrid. Lois feels out of place as a name. Rejects. Dondora, Greta, Nadine, Camilla, Bianca, Melina, Astrid, Ludmilla, Rosalinda, Linus. Oh, another thing is, I will say one thing that's been bothering me about the game. Everyone is American. Like, no one has an accent of the region. They're all just Americans. And I'm not, I will say, I don't like that. I think that's kind of poor. Like Dylan pointed out to me earlier, that, you know, in Resident Evil 4, the most similar, they had Spanish accents, you know, they had accents. Resident Evil 7, obviously, they had 16 years ago, yeah. Resident Evil 7, which understandably is also American, but like they had appropriate accents for the region too, you know, they had Louisiana accents. Is Rainbow Dash in these jars? Anyway, let's move on. I just feel like it wouldn't have been too hard to have the people in this game also have appropriate accents. Oh yeah, so good. Someone should have put on the accent. Yeah, like, or I mean, to be honest with you, they probably could have found good voice actors from Romania, or you know, with Romanian heritage, or at least Romanian family that can do, you know, a more accurate accent. You know, it's. I don't feel like in 2021 there's an excuse for it anymore. To, you know. It feels lazy to me. Let's see. Robust appetite. Ingrid unstable, overly alert at times. Yeah, like, it's not, you know, and I know some Romanian friends, like, both online and in Ireland. Plenty of people in Romania speak English. You know, I don't think you would have. I'm not gonna say it's super easy to find a Romanian voice actor that speaks English. I don't think it's impossible though. Yeah, give old Nick a bit more work. You know, he always needs it. And like, I mean, you know, it doesn't even have to be fucking exactly Romanian. Just people at least from near enough countries, you know, who can do it. I'm just saying. One of my biggest gripes with dubs in general is that they either sound American or English. And Afghanistan, I was tired. I wouldn't really call it Romania, Eastern Europe. I know what, you know, like I consider Eastern Europe to be more like Russia, Ukraine, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, those countries. Metal scrap. Like they don't even have like maybe the only thing I can think of is that they're like, oh, if we give them appropriate accents, they'll sound too much like generic, you know, want to suck your blood vampires. How did I miss? Oh, you were still alive. White chlorination syndrome. This is in the Yoko Taro verse. They were part of the Legion. Sorry. But sorry. Yeah, that's a very niche reference. It's you have to one, be familiar enough with Nier, the original Nier, and somewhat Drakengard. And then not only have to be familiar with both of those, you have to be familiar with the lore behind them that isn't explicitly stated in the game. Niche reference. But if you hear from my Nier streams, you might get them. Anyway, does Ian still have marks on his hands? I'm not sure. What he does have, however, is already more hand injuries. He's had part of his left hand bitten off, and then essentially he got hooked in the middle of both his hands and ripped up. 0% fair or anything you said. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Also, sorry, just as Optimus Ravon. Yeah, I agree with you. A big gripe in dubs is everyone sounding either American or English. It's shit and lazy. Oh, hello. Shut up. I'm guessing these are the rejected candidates for becoming a daughter or something. I would love to play Drakengard proper, but it just doesn't hold up. Which one is Lena? Who knows? This one got a battle axe. Crystal Skull? Am I Indiana Jones? Yeah, I won't give Ubisoft a lot of things, but that is something that they do. Like I think it's the bare minimum to expect now, if I'm honest, in my opinion. Do I wonder as well how much of like the union shit in video games is an issue? I'm pro-union, don't get me wrong, but I also don't really understand how it works with regards to acting. Or voice acting even. Oh. Ain't that well, that one was Ingrid. Yeah. If anything, I think indie do much better with voice acting, like you know, variants, because they're more willing to go for, you know, a variety of people. Oh, you dropped your sword. Haha, get. Oh! I got cocky. You are not a. I'm sorry, love. You are not my type. I'm sure you're very nice. Bum. I guess. Is there lore on the crystal skulls? A crystallized remains of sharp-fanged creature. Next animal is a word of evil. A JO crystal. Valuable. Like here's a good example of good voice acting, even if it is us English people doing accents. I think the Dark Souls games do tend to have a variety of accents, you know, for the most part at least. Because they hire stage actors to do the voice acting. They don't just hire voice actors to do the voice acting, you know? And I think that makes a big difference.
I can't believe Cassandra caused all this mess.
Hello. Oh.
Squeeze the blood out when they're alive, and it's that much sweeter.
Man, I wanted those fucking... whatever the item was. Cool.
Warm, wet, bright red blood. Give up yet?
Kind of want to. Shut up. Let me be me.
Which tools do you prefer? You're tonight's main dish. Where are you going, little one?
God, she's so hot. Yeah, effectively.
Bullets cannot harm. You stupid man thing! What? My body! It's breaking! This can't be! How dare you bare your teeth at us!
Well, that's one down. Oh, crystal torso. Sun. Because, you know, vampires and all that. You know how vampires is and all that. R.I.P. to one of the hot babes. You will live on forever in my heart. And there's the wine to use later. That wasn't entirely obvious when I was seeing it then. Are you sure? To me, it felt kind of obvious because essentially there was no light. I know that the wind there's wind blowing in now, but I think that's more to indicate that the window is open. The windows were cloudy. You cracked it open. The sunlight started shining in, and then she was like, "Ah, the sun." No, you're too sexy. Aha. Aha. That's the sound I need. I need like fuckboy sounds. Because I can't do them because I don't have that kind of voice and I'm unfortunately not a fuckboy. Recoil compressor A. Nice. Didn't look intense enough for me. Like, I didn't think the room changed light enough. Yeah, maybe. No, like, I don't think you're completely wrong either, to be honest with you. A vintage bottle of wine. Lovely. I wish I liked wine. Where's that upgrade? There it is. Equip. Nice. I do love that they have that this is the inventory that we're using now. Don't know how to. Oh, shift is how you move things. Okay. What's this? Oh, I see. I can put things over here temporarily while I organize. Okay. Let's see. I want all my weapons grouped, I think. Handgun, handgun, shotgun. Shotgun. Healing. Mine. Well, actually, hang on. I'll put the mine here. Something like that. We'll do for now. Sure. But yeah. Oh, it's a pipe bomb, not a lockpick. That's a lockpick. Sure is that? A wooden angel statue. Domestic's dollars, crystallized remains. Okay. Angel statue, carefully carved from wood. Valuable. So I guess that was technically my first boss. Bit bit anticlimactic, if I'm honest. Oh, I see. I can break open windows too. They're really into their breaking stuff right now. It's like they just were like, oh, we suddenly have the technology for, you know, wreckage. Yeah, same. Like, I know shotguns in the Resident Evil games are fairly powerful. You know, I get that. But, like, she literally just went, she shows up, I ran around her for a minute. And then cutscene happened and I shot her 6-7 times. And it wasn't even like there's that many mechanics or like anything happening. It was just she was walking forward and I was hitting left click. Yeah, no, I was just expecting a bit more from it. I'm genuinely kind of worried that my expectations are going to be too high from Resident Evil.
Thanks to your consistent patronage, I've expanded my services.
My expectations are going to be too high or something is what I'm worried about. Which is my own fault. That's how the dating scene is now, I guess. I'd have no idea. I've never been on it. I can't decide if I want to buy this yet or not. The Samurai Edge. It's like I got it from pre-order DLC or, you know, or whatever it was. Maybe it was like the fancy edition DLC. Whatever. But I'm kind of like, I don't know, something about it. Using this from the start of the game on my first run through just feels weird. Although looking at it stat-wise, it's actually not that much stronger than the Lemmy. Maybe I will buy it, actually. No, sorry. I liked Tree Make, but I never played the original Tree, so...
I'm skilled at all sorts of weapons modifications, and will do them for a small fee.
I'm sure it will be, Cam. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you again for your resub. I really appreciate it.
As always, a trustworthy, fair exchange.
Really? I was excited because I thought I liked Resident Evil 7. I liked Resident Evil 7 a lot. I thought like they did a really good job with it. Ah, fuck, I was biased.
You'll be slaughtering things in droves.
I think upgrading my, you know, getting more baggage at this stage is a good idea.
With this, you'll not worry about missing anything.
Evie, yeah, like I've Resident Evil 7. The house at the start with Jack, fantastic, best part of the game, 10 out of 10. The part with Marguerite, also good, not as good as the part with Jack, but I still thought it was good. Then Lucas had elements, but again it was a dip. And then Evie is like the boat and Evie, they were a bit, just a bit kind of eh. To me.
What? Ah, it's fine. All finished. Good day then.
So is this... Can I view its stats from here? No. Just another handgun. Okay. I just think as a more recent fan of the series, like for at least for the remakes, my standards were different. Is what I'm assuming. Maybe. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth or anything either, though. Don't get me wrong. It's just what I would figure. Is this way to the wine room? Or is the wine room upstairs? Wine room's upstairs. Like I never played the original 3. I never played any of the originals. I haven't played anything before 7 and 3 make, really. I've watched some of them, but I've never played them. So for me, 3 make was, I found it very fun, you know. Obviously, it wasn't I didn't think it was a perfect game, but I thought it was a very fun game. And I really liked Jill. I liked Jill a lot. Courtyard key. But yeah, I don't want to be too negative in this game yet. I said, like, this still...
Shall I give you the tour?
There's still plenty of game left. Don't do that. Is this courtyard? So I should be safe out here. Because it's sunny. Oh, did she? Well, you know. You know what I'm like. That's what I'll say to that. You didn't like Carlos's remake? Oh man, I thought when I compared new Carlos to old Carlos, I was like, man, he seems way cooler now. Old Carlos just seemed like looked like a Boy Scout. Yeah. See, you know, we're talking about the quality of the character based off of, you know, thirst. Oh, this is where I meant to go, is it? There she is again. The big woman. I like women that can kick my... Well, I almost... No, I like a big variety of women, so to say I like one or the other is just a bit like... silly. But women that kick my ass, or would kick my ass, oh baby. Fuck your pottery. I'm rebelling.
What have you done to my daughter?
Oh, she knows I'm here. Free map. That is a pool of blood. Oh, interesting. That is gross. Not in the sense that like, oh my god, how vile, a pool of blood. But more like, it would just get really icky, you know? Okay, so that wasn't it. Okay. Never to be under rod, Jesus. That feels like something to worry about in a while. Not right this second. Okay, that is where I'm going now. Fair enough. There are collectibles or breakables, or whatever they're called.
What the
It's
hell?
blood. Chill out. You've seen plenty of it in your time. Oh, come on. Can you get up so I can shoot you? Or not? That took 9 shots. Let's compare it to the other one. They love just falling in. Okay, so this pistol is better now at this point. That's good to know. Maybe the Samurai Edge can be upgraded to be better. Well, itchy nose. Blah. Where the fuck do you get a battle axe? Oh no, I don't need that yet. Good shots. Part of me hates being one of those guys that, like, anytime combat ends, I reload. But, like, why wouldn't you, you know? How many of them are there? A few. Let's just make a corridor here. I do like the reload animation on the pistol, I must say. It's very nice. Credit quick. I know I stopped talking about. No, you can. Listen, there's no stop talking about it. You can continue any topic if I seem to run out of commentary. Yeah, the gunplay in Remake was really good. The gameplay was great. Like and listen, I'm not, when I say like I liked it, I'm not trying to dismiss criticism that, you know, people that like Resident Evil 3, the original, has, you know, in terms of good content and length and some of that sort of stuff. I agree in that regard, but I can agree kind of conceptually because I didn't experience it, if that makes sense. I find it would be disingenuous to me to say, oh yeah, I didn't like it because it didn't have all this content, considering I didn't experience that content. To me, that I'd feel disingenuous, at least. No! No! No!
I can't believe you've done this.
I'll be real. I'll get on the near stuff. I'm gonna try and not spoil Near Replicant on you any more than it already has, I'm sure. any complaints of people saying that something they've changed from the original is probably people who only played or only experienced the Papa Nier version, and not the Brother Nier version. Now, I prefer Papa Nier as well, but they didn't change anything from the original Nier, the original Brother Nier. They didn't change anything from that. Well, sorry, they didn't cut anything from that. They've added stuff, and all the additions have been good. You know, there's been no bad addition. I'm gonna sound like a gatekeeper here. People that complain about, if you are complaining about Nier Replicant for not being Papa Nier and that the story is worse, they're not real Nier fans. To me. Because, like it or not, Brother, like, they're both canon. Even if I don't fully get why they're both canon yet, I'm working on that one. Brother Nier is the one that is directly more, like, that's more so what has, you know, led into Automata. They've both happened, both stories have happened, both are canon to it in Automata, but, you know, Brother Nier story is what leads into Automata more so, because it's the last one that happens. The graphics are amazing, the remastered soundtrack is super good, people are just whiny babies because, I don't know, they don't like Brother Nier for whatever reason. Even though, if they don't like it because, oh, he's just like a generic, you know, pretty boy RPG character, he's a deconstruction of the pretty boy Final Fantasy character, and if you can't understand that, you are not smart enough to play Nier. Sorry. I know these are very hot takes. I'm not saying directly at you. I just, to the, you know, other people.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down. Oh! To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done.
Yowza, what a woman. Also, here's something I'm just noticing now. The windows look to be kind of tinted, which makes a lot of sense considering the fact that they can't handle the, I would say the sun, but the light, I guess. The windows appear to be a little bit tinted. But yeah, I get heated over like people who kind of have strong opinions on Nier without like kind of getting it, and I get it, you know. I'm not saying someone's bad for not getting the story or getting some of the implications or the themes or the lore or getting into the lore or anything like that. Not everyone's into that sort of stuff, right? But if you're going to start criticizing something for reasons, you need to kind of either one, accept when you're wrong, or to look into what you're criticizing before you actually start criticizing it properly and make sure that your interpretation is correct. Some people want to flex, and like most of them probably didn't even play in 2010. They probably played in like 2019, emulated on you know, a PS3. most probably didn't play it when it came out. Let's see. We first called on Miranda to decide the fate of the child's father. Just thinking of that family meeting makes me shudder to think I am treated like a sister to those miscreants. Especially Heisenberg. That riffraff wouldn't know proper manners if they slapped him in the face. I would have sliced him to ribbons if Mother hadn't stopped me. Why? Why does she treat me the same as them? She gave me this castle, obedient daughters, everlasting life. Did she not? Am I not her favorite? Am I not special? I need a drink. I give him a shift. Yeah, like I didn't play the original Final Fantasy VII. I have no interest in doing so. I loved Final Fantasy VII Remake. I thought it was a fucking fantastic game.
Rose, where are you?
But I also don't claim to say, you know, oh, this is improved on the original because of X, Y, Z reason, you know. Though I do probably, you know... Yeah, I find it hard to do long RPGs and turn-based RPGs and stuff like that. Where do I go? So I can't go this way. And this way is locked. Damn, she tall. I guess like the only thing I do get on with Final Fantasy 7 is just kind of more like, you know, people that understand that it's not. How do you phrase it? Not getting that like in the sense that, you know, it's a sequel, you know. The original still exists, and it's not overwriting the original. I wish people would understand that. Like, and that's why I'm genuinely super hype about it, because I think the fact that they're even doing that as a story is so cool. Like, I would not have expected them to go, let's make a new Final Fantasy VII, but it's, oh, I see it there. But yeah, it's like, it's a meta-narrative, it's a sequel, it's, you know, I think it's super interesting and way better than just doing a fucking...
Oh shit.
There you go. All this for a child who isn't even here.
I know I made the joke already, but I can't stop it.
You ungrateful, selfish wretch! You come into my house! You lay your filthy man hands on my daughters! And now you even try to steal my property! How dare you!
That was sick.
Rest while you can! Because I will hunt you! And I will break
Please
you!
do.
Go ahead, do your worst.
Sorry, but it's on Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, like the fact that they are remaking Final Fantasy VII, that they are, and sorry if this is spoilers for Final Fantasy VII, or I mean it's too late to say now, I'm sure, but I'm going to get into more spoilers about it. So if you don't want spoilers on Final Fantasy VII, or you know, stop listening until I unpause the game, I guess. But yeah, the fact that like they are, you know, from early on in the game, you're kind of like you kind of think something's going on. Like I figured kind of that it was a meta narrative, and you know, stuff was going on from the moment the shades or whatever they were called showed up, because in my head I was like, oh, these are angry fans trying to go, that's not how it happened, that's not canon. That's what the shades represented to me. You know, and then you like that like I kind of twigged that early because I'm fucking amazing and smart. No, it's because I like meta narratives in general, so I was just kind of like attuned to it maybe. And then you go on in the game and more is happening. And obviously I didn't know the differences. You know, because I couldn't go as easily. That's different how it happened in the original, because I didn't know how it happened in the original. Apart from certain things that, you know, because I've been on the internet since I was 6, so it's hard to avoid. But then when you get near the end of the game, and clear, you know, and Eret knows what's going on, Red knows what's going on, Sephiroth obviously is orchestrating everything to an extent. And then, like, there's a shit with Zack, and there's a shit in the past, and you're kind of going, and like, just more and more keeps getting added on, and you're like, the next game in this series is probably going to be so much more interesting, both for fans of the original and new players. I genuinely believe that, because it's going to go, I think the next part will diverge quite a lot further. Oh, I hope that they don't try and pull a whole, no matter what, Eret always dies sort of shit. You know, call it fan service to keep her alive or whatever, but I still think that it would, you know, they should write a good story that keeps her alive. You know, I guess what I'm saying, don't force it, but like, write a story that like keeps her alive, I guess, is what I want, is where I'm at. Like, ideally none of them will die, apart from maybe Cloud. Not that I want Cloud to die, but because I think that they could do a whole, you know, noble sacrifice for the sake of the multiverse sort of shit with him, and that might be good. I have no idea. I have no idea where the story could go. And then obviously as the single Dirge Cerberus fan, I get very pogged up seeing Vice and Nero. Yeah, we're gonna say page of new fans. Yeah, exactly. Old fans are shit. Not all old fans, a lot, but like some old heads just get very gatekeepy, which I almost was with Nier, but I fully admit to it. But I feel like with Nier, I took a lot of effort to appreciate it in full. Anyway, it is wild that they're like essentially going, yeah, there's Cerberus. That's happening again. But I guess they're remaking Dirge Cerberus in a sense too, aren't they? You know, because old elements of that story is getting remade in this universe too. So is she patrolling now, I wonder? If you're enthusiasm for everything comes off as elitism. Nah, not to me at least, but maybe just because I know where you're coming from. But I never tell you felt elitist. Fed up with the fandom, maybe. But I think that's also very valid. You know, like I'm constantly thankful in general, I don't really... Oh. Man, he really can't keep his fucking hand.
Like I'd let you get away. You'll be sliced to ribbons before you ever see the child. You will learn what it means to insult our stomach Kresk.
that my hand? Severed hand acquired. Whoop. Do your thing. Bruh. What? Oh, our key. See ya.
Running will get you nowhere.
Dami Trask. Shout out to Dami. What the fuck is this chem fluid made, like this first aid fluid made of? It even healed his clothing.
Good. Man, screw this castle.
Oh, that's not that. It's made of herbs. Herbs and chem fluid to solve all your problems. Whoop! Hey, man.
It's a pleasure to see you safe. How were things?
No sign of Rose.
I'm so sorry it turned
11
out.
herbs and spices.
Well, you'll find your way to her once you're out of this castle. Do you have need of anything for the road ahead? I've expanded my services. Please, come take a look. Well then, feel free to peruse.
So let's see. What's new? Why isn't this like a scientific breakthrough in reverse?
This is all an investment.
Mm-hmm.
Good day then.
And let's see. Do I want to keep going? Kind of. But it's 11 o'clock. And I'm going to log out. Okay. I'm going to call it here for tonight. Because it's like, it's 11. And I'm just getting kind of tired. I didn't stream as much as I wanted to. And it was a bit of a nightmare. Because like, shit going up and down. In terms of like, you know, the quality of my stream. And as you can see, I had to change some settings, so some things are quite off. Let me fix this. This guy. This and this. Let's see, transform. Fit the screen, cool. Stage 1 done. I guess you can only reattach the arm because live cells might be there. Some EV cells might be there, something like that. I'm sure, like, it's just very silly. Anything else I need to change? No, that looks good. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Yeah, internet died during this as well, so my VOD's all fucked up. I'll have to figure out something if I want to keep the VOD. I had a good time. I'm not going to pretend that it's like perfect. But I'm having a good time. I think it is fun. I'm kind of hoping it gets more, for lack of a better term, Resident Evil-y. At the moment, it's very much just kind of like an action game with some Ori stuff kind of in there instead of a Resident Evil game. I know Resident Evil games have always been quite action-y, but like, you know, it doesn't feel the same as Resident Evil 7, you know. Like the start of the game especially, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I thought it kind of went a bit too fast, like the pacing was a bit all over the place. The pacing still feels a bit all over the place, to be honest. But hey, you know, well, I still want to finish it. I still want to play it. I've met, you know, the love of my week, Lady D. You know, the first scene not being scripted wasn't well communicated as well, which was kind of like, I guess it's to kind of build up that tension and make you kind of go like, oh, stress, stress, stress. But then it's kind of like you're wasting resources, which isn't really good as a player. It doesn't feel good. You know, when you learn that it's like, oh, you're meant to lose, you kind of just end up kind of going, oh, well, do I reload and just lose faster? Because then you're able to collect loot afterwards, and you know. I guess that's why I don't give you a save. Did they give you a save point before that? I don't think they did. But yeah, like I said, I met Lady D. You know, if someone wanted to draw me with Lady D as like fan art, you know, I gosh, wouldn't that be something? No save, right? Yeah. It's a mess. But anyway, listen. I'm not gonna say we're not done yet. You know, I'm gonna save my main kind of opinions and takes, but for when I'm actually finished the game. You know, I think it's just fair to do that. But I for the first, how long was that? Let's see, 4 hours. Let's say it's the first 3 hours of the game, because obviously there was some time I spent fucking about with graphics. I'm sitting at about a 7 out of 10, which I think is good. It doesn't matter. It is good. It's just not, you know. It's good and I would recommend it, but it's definitely not exactly what I was expecting or hoping for, maybe, is how I want to phrase that. But anyway, listen, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm either going to do 7 p.m. again. I might actually try swing 6 p.m. I might try to get my dinner in a bit early and start streaming earlier. And, you know, but like ending at 11 again or so. I'll see how I go. I'll tweet about it, whatever my decision is, tomorrow. For now, I'll let you guys go. Thank you again so much for joining me today. You know, I didn't even get to show off all of my soundboard because I didn't have perfect opportunities for all of it. You know, I wanted to try use this one at least once, but never got a chance to.
Hey guys, hit that like button if you think being haunted is...
Because, you know,
hot.
it's a mood. Yeah, I got nothing else. Alright, cool. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys show up tomorrow. Oh, I need to fix this one too. Hang on. Let me just fix this before I move on. I need a new... I need my own ending screen at some point, because this is, again, it's still just like a piece of art or a bare picture I took off the internet. It's not mine. I shouldn't be using it, but I haven't got my own custom one yet, so it's something I need to do. Anyway, hope to see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I'll tweet about whatever time I'm going to be on at tomorrow. So long and full, and have a lovely weekend if I'm not talking to you. Goodbye.